Welcome to today's coffee break. Today we are discussing document number formulas. And these document number formulas work in every version of Navision I've ever seen. So whether you've got Classic or RTC, you can certainly utilize these. Where we typically see them used is in the recurring journals. And basically what this does is it will replace a document number. If you put in a code here, it will replace that code upon posting with, in this case, Monday, the current day. If you put a %2, it will replace it with the current week, whatever the week is when you do your posting. And then, of course, we have the current month number with %3. %4, which I think is probably the most common, would be the current month name. And this is the current month of the posting. So whatever the month is on your server, for instance, that's the month it's going to look at. %5 would be the current accounting period name. So whatever, if you've set up your accounting periods and they are different, it will look to see the accounting period name there. So in this case, it's the same. But I just want to go ahead and show you this in action. Let's go ahead and pop over to our recurring journals. And what I've done here is I've created a recurring journal and I've put in these different document numbers so you can see what they look like. So in this case, I probably need to change my year here. I have my document number, which consists of the year, the name post, because this is my postage, and then %1. So what will happen is when I post this recurring journal, this is going to go into the general ledger, and this document number will get replaced. And this makes sense when you actually don't have an invoice coming from the vendor. So in this case, my property management, where I send my lease, I don't get a bill from them. I don't get an actual invoice from them. I just pay them every month. So what I've done in this case is I have put in, again, we'll update our data here. I've put in the year, I've said that it's a lease, and I've put %4. And what will happen is each month, this %4 will get replaced with the name of the month. So January, let's say. And then the following month, it will get replaced again with February, and so on. And that way I get a unique document number every time that I post to this vendor without really having to put forth any effort. So once you've created the code, just keep in mind that you want your code to result in a unique document number for each of the periods, right, for each of these vendors, because if it's not unique, you'll get an error message. So I'm going to get rid of that one because that's actually going to cause an error message. And again, we have our day, week, the month number, and the month name. So I'm going to go ahead and post these, and then we'll see the results in the general ledger. I have to correct these. Sorry, it's driving me crazy. Let's see here. There we go. Not quite. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and post. Okay. So now the posting date rolls forward to the next month, and yet the document number code remains the same. My formula is in there, so I don't really have to think about it again. Let me go ahead and close this, and let's look at my latest posting here. That's not what I wanted to show you. There we go. Okay. So now I have the different formulas in place here, right? So it replaced it with the current month. So the current month of my system was June. So it replaced my %4 with June. Let's just group these, right? I had removed a code here, so that came out with no code. And then of course we had the week of the year, the month number, the day of the month. So whatever makes sense to you, you can use those different formulas, and they will replace the data that ends up in the document number once you're in the general ledger. So I just wanted to introduce that concept to you to save you a little bit of time when you're setting up your recurring journals. If you think about your codes and you use those formulas, you can really do a one-time setup and you don't have to worry about it again. If you use the year, you're going to have to worry about it the next year and roll your year forward so that you get a unique number. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward, and it just makes your life a little bit easier. So thanks for joining us today for our coffee break on document number formulas.
Thanks for watching this ArcherPoint video. If you found it helpful, make sure to check out our website and blog at www.archerpoint.com. Additionally, if you have any questions regarding our products, services, or information in this video, feel free to email us at info@archerpoint.com. Thanks.